Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be discussing an important and often controversial topic: why Islam is the true religion. This is a topic that many people have strong opinions about, and it's important to approach it with an open mind and heart. Whether you're a Muslim, a follower of another faith, or someone who is simply curious, we invite you to join us on this journey as we explore the reasons why many Muslims believe that Islam is the true religion. Together, we'll be looking at the historical, spiritual, and logical reasons that make Islam stand out as the one true faith. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive in. Title: Why Islam is the True Religion. Hello and welcome to this video. Today, we will be discussing why some Muslims believe that Islam is the true religion. This is a complex and personal topic that can depend on many factors. This video is not meant to convince anyone to convert to Islam, but rather to provide an understanding of why some Muslims believe that Islam is the true religion. The Quran. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, is considered by Muslims to be the word of God as revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. It contains teachings and guidance on how to live a good and moral life. Muslims believe that following the teachings of the Quran will lead to salvation. The Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet Muhammad is considered by Muslims to be the last and final prophet sent by God. His teachings, sayings and actions recorded in Hadith and Sunnah are considered as a source of guidance for Muslims. They believe that by following the example of the Prophet, one can lead a good and moral life. Spread and impact of Islam. Islam is the second largest religion in the world, with over 1.8 billion followers. It has had a profound impact on the world throughout history, with contributions to art, science, literature and culture. Some argue that the spread and impact of the Islamic faith is evidence of its truth. Personal experience. Ultimately, determining the truth of a religion is a personal and individual matter. Some Muslims may find Islam to be the true religion based on their own personal experiences and connection to the faith. Closing. The concept of monotheism. One of the fundamental beliefs of Islam is the concept of monotheism, the belief in one God. Muslims believe that there is only one God, who is the creator and sustainer of the universe, and that all other gods or deities are false and should not be worshipped. This concept is central to Islam and is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of Tawhid. Tawhid is the Islamic concept of the unity and oneness of God. It is often considered as the most important doctrine in Islam and is closely related to the concept of monotheism. Tawhid is considered to be the foundation of the Islamic faith, and Muslims believe that it is through the understanding and adherence to Tawhid that one can truly understand and submit to the will of God. The concept of justice. Islam places a strong emphasis on the concept of justice and fairness. It teaches that all human beings are equal in the eyes of God, and that everyone should be treated with respect and dignity. Muslims believe that the Islamic faith is the only one that truly promotes justice, and that it is through following the teachings of Islam that one can create a just and equitable society. The concept of mercy. Islam teaches that God is merciful and compassionate. Muslims believe that God's mercy is boundless and that it is through understanding and submission to God's mercy that one can truly achieve salvation. This concept of mercy is central to the Islamic faith and is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. It's important to remember that these are some of the reasons why some Muslims believe that Islam is the true religion, but it's not the only perspective and ultimately it's a personal belief. And it is important to respect the diversity of beliefs and opinions and to avoid proselytizing or imposing one's beliefs on others. The concept of equality. Islam teaches that all human beings are equal in the eyes of God, regardless of their race, gender, or social status. This concept of equality is reflected in the Islamic teachings on the rights and responsibilities of all individuals and is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of peace. Islam teaches that peace is one of the fundamental principles of the faith. Muslims believe that peace is achieved through submission to the will of God and by living in accordance with the teachings of the Quran. This concept of peace is central to the Islamic faith and is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of submission. Islam teaches that submission to the will of God is the ultimate goal of the faith. Muslims believe that through submission to the will of God, one can achieve salvation and live a life in accordance with the teachings of the Quran. This concept of submission is central to the Islamic faith and is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of community. Islam places a strong emphasis on the concept of community and the importance of living in a society that is based on the principles of the faith. Muslims believe that it is through the support and guidance of the community that one can truly understand and adhere to the teachings of Islam. This concept of community is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. It's important to remember that these are some of the reasons why some Muslims believe that Islam is the true religion, but it's not the only perspective and ultimately it's a personal belief. It's also important to keep in mind that each individual's experiences and understanding of their faith may differ and should be respected. The concept of tolerance and respect for other religions. Islam teaches that all religions have been revealed by God and that all prophets of God, including those of other religions, have been sent to guide humanity. Muslims are taught to respect the beliefs and practices of others, and to strive for peaceful coexistence with people of other faiths. This concept of tolerance and respect for other religions is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of miracles. Many Muslims believe that the Quran is a miracle in itself, as it is believed to have been revealed to the Prophet Muhammad by God through the angel Gabriel. The Quran contains many scientific facts that were not known at the time it was revealed, and are only being discovered today. Many Muslims believe that this is a clear indication of the truth of the Quran and of Islam. The concept of prophecy. Muslims believe that the Prophet Muhammad is the final prophet and messenger of God, who was sent to guide humanity to the right path. They believe that the Quran is the final revelation of God and that the Prophet Muhammad's teachings and example provide the perfect guidance for human life. Many Muslims believe that the Prophet Muhammad's prophecy has been fulfilled and that this is a clear indication of the truth of Islam. The concept of fulfillment. Many Muslims believe that Islam is a way of life that fulfills the spiritual, moral, social, and intellectual needs of human beings. They believe that Islam provides answers to the questions of human existence and offers guidance for living a meaningful and purposeful life. They believe that Islam's teachings and practices bring peace, contentment, and fulfillment to the individual and society. As mentioned before, these are some of the reasons why some Muslims believe that Islam is the true religion, but it's not the only perspective and ultimately it's a personal belief. It's important to remember that different people may have different reasons for considering Islam to be the true religion, and that ultimately it's a matter of personal faith. The concept of moral and ethical values. Islam teaches moral and ethical values that promote the well-being of individuals and society. The principles of honesty, integrity, compassion, and fairness are deeply ingrained in Islamic teachings. Muslims believe that living according to these moral and ethical values not only brings happiness and fulfillment to the individual, but also contributes to the well-being of society as a whole. This emphasis on moral and ethical values is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of spirituality. Islam teaches that the ultimate goal of human life is to attain closeness to God and to live in accordance with His will. Muslims believe that the spiritual dimension of life is just as important as the material dimension. Through regular prayer, fasting, and other spiritual practices, Muslims strive to connect with God and to deepen their spiritual understanding. This emphasis on spirituality is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of personal responsibility. Islam teaches that each individual is responsible for their own actions and that they will be held accountable for them on the Day of Judgment. Muslims believe that this sense of personal responsibility is essential for leading a moral and ethical life. This emphasis on personal responsibility is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims. The concept of social justice. Islam teaches that all individuals have the right to equal opportunities, fair treatment, and protection of their rights. Muslims believe that it is the duty of society to ensure that social justice is upheld and that the needs of the poor and marginalized are met. This emphasis on social justice is considered to be one of the main reasons for its truth by many Muslims.